Adam LZ, Rookie of the Year in 2020. I didn't want to call him Roy. Dan Burkett leading out front, Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra versus Adam LZ. Look at this. Dan Burkett initiates Adam LZ right there. One of the best looking cars in FD. Actually, two of the best looking cars in FD. Love both of these things. Coming to that second outside zone. Let's see how they manage. Dan Burkett gets out there. Adam LZ, he needs to close that gap. He might be putting the car in the right places. As Dan Burkett shuts her down. Oh, what a bummer for Burkett. Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra. Dan Burkett, if you can recall, in that first run, shutting her down. So LZ with the advantage. LZ will lead. Let's see if he can keep it together. And if we get an advancement, as long as he keeps it where the rubber meets the road, we will have a winner as Adam LZ rips up. Oh, and Dan Burkett shuts it down once again. But, oh, Adam LZ swings wide as long as he keeps it. Like I said, rubber meets the road. That will be a deduction, but not an incomplete. So Adam LZ making his way through the course as long as he crosses the finish line. Racing, Jonathan Hurst, G37. That Mark IV Supra, Rad Industries Gear Wrench, GT Radial. Whoa, that got hairy. What happened there? Jonathan Hurst initiated. Looks like Dan Burkett had to do a bit of a hiccup to accommodate. Oh man, sounded like 4th of July. And I proudly stand up. We got a little Lee Greenwood popping and locking into that second outside zone. We are clear to send. And again, that chase car can leave prior to the lights being extinguished. Here we go. So Dan Burkett, good initiation now, and look, he's high up, but Jonathan Hurst, he's not all the way up there, and man, let's see if he can catch up. As Jonathan Hurst, nowhere to be found. And Dan Burkett way back there, but Ryan, the question is, so, here we go. The G37, Jonathan Hurst will lead Dan Burkett in that Mark IV Toyota Supra. Giving chase. All right, the orange G37 of Jonathan Hurst, really high on the bank, a straight line approach. Well done by Jonathan Hurst. Going through the power rally over the, oh, and there it is. Dan Burkett taking that shallower line on the transition. Transitions gets to the wrong side of that front clip, Ryan. So again, we'll see them June 18th and 19th. Here we go. Dan Burkett out front. Jonathan Hurst. A very late initiation from Hurst. Now Burkett. Almost an alternation of positions. And now into that second inside clip goes Dan Burkett. And Dan Burkett, this is very similar to what we saw in that first battle. Justin Pollock on those Falcon tires. Dan Burkett, that Mark IV Supra. Let's see if we can hang with that Ford Mustang. The Ford Mustang high on the bank. Dan Burkett just a little slight bit lower. Both of them handle the transition well, and Dan Burkett goes, no, that's going to be incomplete. He counter steered, got disrupted by that jump. So unfortunately for Burkett, that will be a major difference. Start light is extinguished. Let's send it, fellas. Burkett and Pollock. Burkett, high on the bank. Well done by Burkett. Justin Pollock. Definitely not an inactive chase, but I would say playing a little bit safe, maybe almost too safe. Burkett put the car in that right place. Look at that. Well done, but with going off course in that first run in his Rad Industries Gear Wrench Toyota Supra. Kazuya Taguchi out front. Let's see how Taguchi throws down. Dan Burkett initiates a little bit early, setting him up on the inside line. Now into the second outside zone. There goes Kazuya Taguchi, and there you go. Long Ping was talking about that. If you just get out to where the other lead driver is, you're going to be consistent with that lead driver. And past that inside clip, Taguchi and Burkett. And into that final outside zone run. All right, Dan Burkett. Rad Industries Gear Wrench Toyota Supra. And the chase car, Kazuya, did hit the cone, but it's all about the lead car hitting the cones. And there goes Dan Burkett. Whoa, big angle here from Dan Burkett. And that got a little interesting there. It looks like Dan Burkett maxed out the angle, but I'm gonna have to look at that again. You know, did Dan almost come to a halt? So this is getting interesting. This is kind of wacky here.
Yeah.
Don't slam it. Don't save your car.
Well, Taguchi's is not to pass anywhere except for an inside clip if the driver overshoots it. But I think in this situation he may have been trying 4 more battles,
and if you had a 5th, that would be Essa, but he gets that bye run. You won't be seeing him run till a 16. All right, Alec Robbins will lead that Facetto 350Z, and of course Rad Dan going for it. Ryan, you were really enamored by his run yesterday. Looks like he goes for it, but has to back down this. Whoa, weird angle there from Alec Robbins, and that really threw him off, but allowed Dan Burkett to definitely gain some ground there. Ryan, that was very difficult for Dan Burkett to adjust and adapt to that flick and that transition. Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, GT Radio, Toyota Supra will be chased down by the Facetto Koenig Wheels Nissan 350Z from Minnesota. Dan Burkett initiates. Let's see if he can harness some of that energy he had last night in the wet. Dan Burkett initiates. He does drop down. He works it back up. Alec Robbins quite a bit of distance back there. Now a nasty transition by Dan Burkett coming to that second outside zone. Really filling it. Alec Robbins taking that shallow line once again. In the chase, that is very, very apparent that he just does not have that dial. Dan Burkett, he is really off track there, but I think this S-turn, it is a very dynamic, different track. Eve Meyer will lead. Dan Burkett will give chase. Here comes Eve Meyer. Dan Burkett. Ryan, you saw it yesterday, and here it is again. Wow. Dan doesn't give a drift. Here we go. As look at that Eve Meyer. You see some shaking up of Dan Burkett. And now Eve Meyer in that last outside zone. And Dan Burkett with that proximity brings it across the finish line. Man, that was down. The mullet flapping in the wind here of Dan Burkett. Firing off. Look at that. Great angle there from Dan Burkett. Great angle, but would like to see him a little higher up. I mean, he is absolutely burning those GT radials off into that second outside zone. Eve Meyer getting a lot of grip, but a lot of side bite there from Dan Burkett. Man, when he gets that open air and he's just got all this open road in front of him, he really performs well. Alternator, I saw on IG, he requested an alternator. So here we go. Rad Dan Burkett, Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra, Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, piling that Falcon tires, grip game for the exhaust Corvette. Rad Dan Burkett thrown in, bigger angle there than Matt Field, but does have, as they said, emulating that tire line. The burnout trail coming down now into the power alley, into that second outside zone. Matt Field bathing in the smoke once again. Bat the body works as into that front clip. Now in that final outside zone. Here goes Rad Dan Burkett. Great composure for both the drivers. Matt Field almost getting the second half of this battle. See if we get a clean start, and looks like we do. Here we go. Off and running. Matt Field into that outside zone. Dan Burkett giving him a little bit of inches, but really mimicking the height on the bank as Dan Burkett leaves it on the line, hanging out to dry. Into that third outside zone. Dan Burkett forgoes that third outside zone. Tight to that front clip. Nice job by Field and Burkett. Oh, Dan. Doing some muscle ups, some kettlebell swings, and now some smoky swings into that first outside zone. Chasing down Dan Burkett. Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra. Rad Dan, good angle from him. Matt Field, you can see mimicking, getting into that tire trail. Now coming down, massive, look at the proximity and the angle. He is shadowing everywhere he goes. How's he gonna handle that? Boom. So you can see that. He had to compromise with his transition of Dan in front of Matt Field. He lost that third outside zone, but he was really, Dan gave him that, but he compromised outside zone 3. Now I think Matt Field's really gonna turn it up. He does not like leave it in the judge's hands. He's really gonna flex, and here we go. But Dan Burkett, he is on one here this weekend, and look at this big angle. Oh, and Dan Burkett looks like he might have gotten the wall, caused him to go down, but regardless, Matt Field, he needs to continue on through this line. If he continues doing at this pace, it is going to be our current points leader, Matt Field, the Beast from the Bay, advancing on. Can you feel that? Yep, that's the heat wave, crossing that finish line. Taylor Hull will lead. Dan Burkett giving chase. They go past the mole camera into that first outside zone. Goes Taylor Hull, now transitioning. A great plume of smoke coming off Taylor Hull. Coming into that first inside clip. Both of them really dialing in. To that second outside zone goes Taylor Hull. Dan Burkett not too far behind. Now transitioning that final outside zone. Taylor Hull taps it, hits it, and quits it. And then you see Dan Burkett gets in progression. The Cadillac ATS-V just taking that vehicle to another level. The debut of it a few years ago. And now here he is, going toe-to-toe with Dan Burkett. In that first outside zone, both of them fill it into that second outside zone. Coming into that front clip. Very similar to their first battle. Taylor Hull falling back just a little bit. Now transition to this last outside zone. And Dan Burkett gets out there. Taylor Hull on that transition. That Facetto Nissan 350Z Koenig wheels on the corners. Here we go. Alec Robbins going to that first outside zone. Right back to it, Ryan. As you said, only maybe his team knows that he can drive like this. I've seen him do well in MDU, behind the wheel of a truck, and now in this Nissan 350Z. Wow, gets a lot of landscaping there, and now comes in the outside zone. Look at Rad Dan. He goes for the gusto. And Rad Industries, Gear Wrench, Toyota Supra GT Radials will lead. To that first outside zone. Rad Dan fills all of it. Look how dark it, oh buddy, that's gonna be, oh man, that's gonna be an incomplete there for Rad Dan.
When I go into the wall, I don't really have that much room to collapse. So my car is gonna, the attitude may shift. So what do you want me to do? You want me to go into the wall or you want me to graze the wall? You tell me, I'll do it.
Okay, well let's see what he does here right now. Goes to that touch and go. Oh, he goes into it hard. Does affect the attitude of the vehicle a little bit. Dan Burkett seems like he's a little timid. He's a little wall shy, if I may. Coming down to that final touch and go, and then into that final inside clip. Team's testimonials. He put all this blood, sweat, and gears and beers in these things, and then throw it right into a wall. It's definitely menacing. Here we go, Dan Burkett. The lead driver has the right of way, coming into that touch and go. Dan Burkett comes up a bit short, but definitely deep on that first outside zone. Get in the zone, auto zone. Past that touch and go. Castro giving a little bit of room here. Crossing the finish line. Burkett ends kind of. Jonathan, that is Dylan Hughes and Dan Burkett. Dylan Hughes coming down the pipe. Big angle there from Dylan Hughes. Dan Burkett throws it in. You see some wavering. Dylan Hughes stays high. That royal purple BMW. Really hanging it out there. Now transitioning past that inside clip. Coming into that second outside zone. Both of them dialed in. Dylan Hughes, great poise on that second outside zone. Dan Burkett taking a tighter line. Flirting with disaster coming that last outside zone. Great job by Burkett, but I'll tell you what. Dylan Hughes. Line. And here we go. Burkett and Hughes. Second run of this battle. Burkett initiates high on the bank. Dylan Hughes, failure to launch as Burkett, massive angle, comes at him and taps that wall. Stays in it. Dylan Hughes having a tough time on the bank. How will he manage in that second outside zone? Oh, and let's take a look at that angle there.